I am Adam. I go by SHK THT. I make music. The original name came from a song by Spank Rock and Benny Blanco. And I liked the way that it looked. I liked the way that the letters in SHK THT looked. I decided to drop the vowels out. I was like, that looks good. I like how that looks even more. Oh, that and the fact that I was making dance music. You know, I wanted to make music that would make people dance. That was my focus at the time. So I was shake that ass. You know? I started making music back in about 2008. I was heavily into skating at the time, and I got into a car accident. Ended up not being able to skate for the summer. But at the time I lived with a roommate who DJ'd and produced. He got a drum machine for his birthday. Wasn't really open to reading the manual and learning how to use it. So I read it and figured it out because I'd always wanted to make beats. My whole beat making background up until that point was just beating on tables. And so the drum machine, being able to have something tactile and, you know, hit pads and everything, it finally made sense to me. And then from there, the rest is history, man. Just skating definitely fell back, and music's been the main thing ever since. A bit later, I got a Korg R3, a digital analog modeling synthesizer. That's how I learned how to use synthesizers. There's not a whole lot of interface to be staring at all the time. It's a lot of moving knobs. So that's where I got to learn about sound design and crafting different sounds. And I had a little synthesizer cookbook, is what it was called, that told me about different sounds and waves and how you can make different instruments and stuff like that. You know, it went from being analog drum machine and analog modeling synth, you know, digital synth, to now just pretty much all in the box. I'm really just, you know, MIDI controller, drum pad, and just doing everything on my laptop or workstation here. Part of me that's I wanted to do more, and this part of me that wanted to do less. I didn't want to just DJ tracks of my own. If they're tracks that I had made, I'm I have access to every aspect of that song. Why not be able to control it all individually? And so I was I don't really want to play Ableton sets until I'm ready to do it that way. I'm in the process now of breaking down my Ableton set into all my tracks into very individual clips where all that stuff, so I can control everything individually and just be able to have a really fun time playing Ableton sets and stuff. There's my DJ gigs where I'm playing and it's for the audience. And when I'm doing it that way, it's this is for you guys. I want you guys to dance. I want you guys to have fun. These are songs that I like, that resonate with me, that I think you guys will like. Here they are. Rather than where it's Ableton sets where I'm hey, you guys are here to watch me present to you the things that I've made. This is for me. This is for me to express my music that I've made. And I'm playing this here now for you because you came to see this. I have modes. I have my mixing mode, and then I have my creation mode. And when I'm in mixing mode, I usually do that for however long it takes to get whatever I'm mixing done. Sometimes it's weeks, sometimes it's months, sometimes it's a couple days or whatever. And during that time, I usually really don't let myself make new music. I don't. It's this painful torture thing that I do to myself almost, where it's you don't get to make new tracks until you finish this other stuff. A part of me that just wants to be able to know that I'm in control of this and I'm doing it this way, and if it sucks, it's my fault. If I'm not at work, at my day job, then I'm here. I will realize I need to go be out and see people and talk, or go out and go to a club or something to absorb energy, basically, because that's, you know, being that I do make dance music and music that has a lot of energy and stuff to it and feelings and vibes, sometimes I have to go out and be around that, you know, in order to soak it up and remember what that feeling is rather than the feeling of just sitting in this room. And so as far as the time, I don't allocate time for music. It's I have to make time for real life. Really, excuse me. Yeah, I have to make time for real life because music is what I'm always doing. As far as Senegal and stuff like that, that's the idea of that, because I want to do it as kind of a series. There's volume 1, I still haven't done volume 2 or anything yet, but I want to do different volumes of it. And it's really more of like just an outlet for me to exercise that aspect of my music, where I do like to make these like cinematic, like, you know, big or whatever, gritty sounding tracks. You know, you're not necessarily gonna be able to just like make club tracks for your whole life. In the long run, I want to end up scoring. I want to score movies. I want to score commercials and all that sort of stuff. And I've done some of that stuff. I have projects up on Bandcamp and stuff. You can buy tracks on Bandcamp. You can make donations and stuff on there too, maybe even. And so I don't have any regular gigs necessarily, but I have been playing quite a few like underground parties, and it's really cool. It's like back to the roots kind of style, like raves style, you know, like where there's little warehouses and whatnot, and it's pretty much invite only, text messages go out or whatever. It's gonna be hard to find me. I mean, unless I have official SHK THT gigs where I'm doing originals, it's probably gonna be more parties like that.